Today we wanted to just go through some driving techniques, things that you can use when you're going through boulder fields, or they're also real valuable if you're trying to go up a real steep obstacle where you've got to have some good control. Anytime you have throttle jumping and you're kind of bouncy when you're going up a steep obstacle, it'll lift that front end on you, and it'll do bad things to you. So normally you're using your gas pedal with your right foot, obviously, but as you're bouncing down the trail, you're going to get a lot of this movement bouncing into your pedal from your body as you're lunging down the road. So one of the things you can do is brace your foot up against the side of the tunnel of the Jeep, and that'll give you some stability in that pedal so that as you're bouncing around, it doesn't transfer into the gas pedal and give you a bunch of surging and hopping and jumping in your Jeep. It's really hard on the drivetrain. It gives it a lot of shock load it doesn't need. The other thing we're going to do is we're going to bring in our left foot to run the brake. Totally contrary to what the driver's ed teacher told you. I understand that, but what we're going to do here is throttle with the right foot and give it a nice constant even throttle, and we're going to actually use the brake pedal to stall out the vehicle and use it as a throttle. So let's just do it real quick here and show you. This is a great technique to use bouncing through the rocks, or even if you're going up any kind of a real steep obstacle where throttle control is really important. You start bouncing on the throttle when you're going up a real steep one, it can put you into a roll. You don't want to do that stuff. Okay, so here's how you would look up. I just use it with this foot. It gets to be real jerky because you have to come back off of one and down onto the other. So it gets to be kind of a jerky thing. So we don't want to do that to our drivetrain. So I'm just going to steady throttle. You hear the engine never changes, and I'm just braking it. Just stopping the Jeep with the brake pedal, and I can use a little less throttle and adjust it. The other thing we're going to do when we're going down here is we're going to keep the Jeep high. We're going to go high on all of the obstacles. So if we see a big boulder, rather than try to straddle it or whatever, we're going to put our tire right on it. That'll keep the rest of the Jeep high, so that there's one right here. We'll go up on top of it, and that'll give us some extra clearance underneath. We'll just own it, because these things will flex out pretty nice and they'll go over the rocks. We'll come down here. We got one in front of us up there. Go up on top of that one. These JKs are kind of buses, so you got to think about where that rear tire is going to be as it drops off. See, I had total control with that left foot, no big bang. So it really makes it for a comfortable ride for your passengers, and your suspension will love you for it too. Your drivetrain doesn't get busted up. So just practice it a little bit. A little constant throttle, and use that left foot to control the momentum of the Jeep. You will seriously love it, and so will your passengers. I'm Dennis with TerraFlex, and that's another wood tip of the day.